Don't worry about it. But that was a great look, great catch in store to put it down. Those are kind of wrong. You know, this game is kind of tells a tale of an early season game. You know, you have a lot of turnovers, a lot of teams just getting used to playing with each other. Start off so quick. They real civilian, but four members of the Wolverine and that's how you beat that pressure. You want to pass out of it. You want to do a lot of dribbling around that pressure. You want to pass out and beat the trap and beat the zone. Move. Pace is not afraid to shoot the long ball. He's definitely not afraid to put it up. the backboard on that. 2 points for first, 43 upon 30 more. They're actually playing down in Mississippi. You can check that one out on the SUV TV. We have that one. They're playing in the tournament down there, the Lighthouse Class. Good off drive. Four to six. Double A. Shot clock shot put no. I did zero. No good. You know, it's just one of these early season games. I think the problem with Pace right now, they're just getting used to playing with each other. They're getting everything together. But that's one great thing I like about high school ball now. There's so much basketball that can be played with all these chances and all these tournaments. It's just a lot of opportunities for these kids to get a lot better as it goes on. See it. You can cross. Stop it. Goes to the side. Won't go for Whiteman. Whiteman pulled up. Now he's getting better. Strong football. One thing I like about our post players, I like a post player who doesn't bring the ball down to their waist level. They keep the ball up high. One thing I kind of noticed about the Miller team, they like to take a lot of shots when they're on the block and down low. They're not too many jump shots out of Miller Grove. Field finally on another field transition. This is the 10. Triple volcano. They're using the back edge of the rim and having the drop. Then think about it and drop. Nice two to grow. 4 with 2:45. O'Connell with the field. rebound, go along with a 2 point. Before, oh, great shot. I'm glad they went up. Just up, put it up, and score. They have a little bit of problems with the scoreboard. Free ball, listen to the right. There throw. Moved by Martin, leading, but they had the flip again. Stop. Oh, they did get them rebound. That won't fall either. And 4. And sometimes it pays to be a little selfish. So we should have kept that one on our own. That's 45 minutes. Donald, got it. Let's move back. There's a first long one. Got it. Drano. Nice cut. There. 13 to 4. There's Steele. On one. Little girl, they said the rest is ball hawk. Yeah, like everybody's going out to field. But when you do stuff like that, that backdoor cut is usually always open. Always something to look out for. Another rebound, forced a little too far for that shot. That has been another rebound. Griffith, no look calculation, back up to the free ball, and no good. Video for home. Yeah, with her being the only rebound in force, that's kind of one reason I think that Mill Grove has kind of dominated the board. All over the board, all missed shots from that. More. The rebound. Get one shot at the basket. Forced out. Garda. Fulton. they're dominating on the offensive rebound side.
Williams with it. Trying to get inside. That's Ejekwu, and she couldn't hit it, but she'll get fouled. Foul will be called against Ross, her first. Both teams 0 for 2 from the line in the first quarter. She hits that one. That's her 5th point of the game. She is the leading scorer.
See, knock down these freebies.
Couldn't hit that other one. O'Connell will get the loose ball. They go with the press. O'Connell to Zhang, but she double dribbled.
You know, the free throw, the easiest shot in basketball, but the hardest one to make.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Substitutions for Pace. Now trying to feed the corner and out of bounds. And it will be Pace Academy basketball. Ross will inbound it. Ross with 2 points. She and Hadley have the only ones who've scored. This is Ross now. Go inside to O'Connell. They go with the double team. O'Connell can't get the shot. And it'll be rebound to Miller Grove. Richardson goes inside to Ejekwu. No good. O'Connell contested out of bounds.
And, you know, I think that's one thing. It's just I don't think Miller Grove is intimidated at all by the height of McConnell. Everything they do, they're going down low in the paint. They're trying to work around on the inside. And I love the fact that they're small, but just so aggressive.
O'Connell to the left side for Hadley. They go with a double team on a zone, and they tip the pass. Miller Grove's running for Williams, driving, takes it herself, good.
Strong layup.
Takesha Williams has 4 points, and that makes it 18-4. 5-0 run for the Wolverines to start the frame. They're going to get a knee ball on Weitzner. Back to Miller Grove. Pace Academy not getting any breaks tonight. So Richardson's going to inbound it to Williams. Ejekwu out of bounds. Stays with Miller Grove.
And you know, one thing about this Pacers team right here, the Knights, they have 7 freshmen and sophomores on the team right now, and they have 3 seniors and 1 junior, so they're a young team. They're taking those lumps early, but when you have a young team like this is a team that develops late in the season, and they come around and shock people. Good shot.
Yeah, good shot by number 12, Khadijah Thompson. That's 4 for her. 19-4. And another tip, another steal for Alexia Strong. Backdoor pass, and good for Williams. 6 for her. Makes it 22-4. Oh, they did it again. Let's see if they get the shot in. No, couldn't get the shot down. That was Strong. They got a wide open Hadley on the weak side, and it's blocked as Ejekwu got there in time. Hadley gets the rebound, reverse layup, good.
Nice. That's one way to make sure you stick with your shot and never quit on the play right there. She was rewarded.
22-6 with 5:13 remaining. Hadley's got 2/3. And that's going to be a walk as Thompson shuffled her feet getting ready for that shot from the right.
Right now, one thing Pacers Academy is doing, they're telegraphing a lot of their passes. You know, and that's why Miller Grove, they're playing that 2-2-1 press or, you know, a high 2-3, a high 2-3 zone. And what's happening when you telegraph those passes like that, you know, all they're going to do is just jump up there and take it. But if you see a couple of head fakes, a couple of shoulder pumps, ooh.
Yeah, that ball was thrown into the first row.
Just a bit high.
Just a bit high. And that was the 2-3. They pressured them right at the half-court line.
Mm.
And they cut off all of her passing lanes, cut off all of her eyesight lanes. So she had no choice but to sling it out of bounds. Keisha Williams with it. Here's Strong to the left, to the near side for Richardson. And, oh, boy, nice give and go for Zechku.
And I love it. That's a nice way to use your body to, use your size to create space right there in the middle of the lane and get the pass pinned on your back. That was beautiful.
7 points. Stopping and popping is number 5, Moreland. No good. Getting a rebound. That's 25, Ross. No good there as well. Out of bounds. It'll stay with pace. And inbounding it now is number 25, Julia Ross. Got to get it in, so she bounce passes it to Shapiro. Oh, she did it again. Telegraphed the pass to the outside.
Oh, nice spin. Oh.
Richardson with a high degree of difficulty on that shot. Couldn't get to fall. That one will drop for Takesha Williams. Williams with 8 points, and Pace Academy wants a timeout. We have 4:11 on the clock. It's a full. So we'll take 4:11 remaining in the first half. Miller Grove leading Pace Academy by a tally of 26-6. Looking over to scoring, Takesha Williams has 8 points. Crystal Zechku has 7. And they are the two leading scorers. Quindesia Thompson with 4. Ashley Simmons has 2. Amani Richardson has 3. And for Pace Academy, I've got Hadley with 4 and Ross with 2. And that's the only points that Pace has managed to post here in this contest.
Going to be a lot of exciting basketball action today. This is the first of 5 we have today. And you see some of the teams filling in, fouling in, getting ready for some exciting basketball. Man, I'm excited, man. This is one of my favorite times of year around here. Basketball. See, you're right there by the football championship. I'm an old football guy.
Mm-hmm.
But just like every old football player, I think I'm an excellent basketball player in my mind, at least.
Right. Yep. I can understand that. So, again, 5 games here today. Looking forward to seeing the Wasatch Academy coming in our next contest. There, we're going to play Pace Academy, coming all the way from Utah here in the Georgia area, coming to Atlanta. Oh, looks like Moreland wasn't ready for that pass. Just shot at her. Hadley with it to the left side for Weitzner. Now they're sloughing off into a 1-3-1 almost. For Miller Grove. Goes inside. Tried to bounce pass to Ross, and with 4 dark jerseys, you're not going to do that. Zechku cannot handle the basketball. She was going up with it. And Shapiro had it tried to push it up. It was knocked out of bounds. They'll stay with pace. 3:47 remaining. It's a 20-point lead for the Wolverines.
One thing I think I'm going to miss out of this tournament is the Lower Richland Diamond Hornets. South Carolina women's team coached by Coach Stroman, perennial champion in Columbia. At one point, they would be the Miller Grove of South Carolina. At one point, they won 4A championships in a row in South Carolina, and I think they've won 7 out of the past 10 in the 4A division in South Carolina.
I think they played here last night, if I remember. I just glanced at the tournament bracket when I came in.
Yes, they played last night, and I missed those young ladies, the Diamond Hornets. They were an interesting name how they became the Diamond Hornets. They were the Diamonds, the Lower Richland Diamonds. And me being from South Carolina, that's a storied program there. One of the players, they had the National Player of the Year in '88, Stanley Roberts and JoJo English. Stanley played at LSU, and JoJo starred for USC. And a few years ago, they had the Howell brothers. Both of them played at Clemson. Played at University of South Carolina. And then they had Ed Scott, a former player at Clemson. And the women's basketball team had even more college players there. So that's a storied program over there.
We've had baskets by Olivia O'Connell and Alexia Strong, makes it 28-8. And Stanley Roberts at LSU on that Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway teams. Kind of like the forgotten big man in that Dale Brown squad. There's a shot there by Takesha Williams. She's got 10. Makes it 30-8 as we get close to the 2-minute mark. Hadley with it to the left side for Ross. Back to Hadley. Now again, there's that one Mill Grove zone. They're just blanketing O'Connell up on the high post, near the foul line. Shapiro, and that's where they want to go, but O'Connell's got to get rid of it. Hadley thought about the shot. She'll get it to Moreland. Shapiro with the baseball pass to Hadley. She'll take the long-range jump shot. Nope. Lobbing it ahead for Williams. Too far for her. Cannot control it. Good job keeping it in bounds. Another good job keeping it in bounds. That was 24. Ashley
good
Simmons.
pass.
A great pass underneath to Strong. She's got 4. The lead is now quadrupled, 32-8. Got a $1:15 remaining. Miller Grove has put 19 points on the board this quarter, and it's not over yet. Pace is equal their first quarter output. Hadley. And they're keeping her near the half-court line. Oh, that foot almost went over. Shapiro. Oh. Well, first of all, Moreland wasn't looking for it. Moreland had her head turned to it. And that allowed Simmons to intercept it quite easily. This is number 3, Taylor Teton. And now they go inside looking for Simmons.
And I think that's one thing that separates a lot of the good players. The good players always are looking for the ball. The good players always want their shot. And you got to have that mentality sometime in basketball. You got to have that I want the ball,
We're under a minute remaining. 32-8 is your score. Miller Grove up by 24 points. Hadley to Ross. Back to Hadley. It was tip. Those long arms. Williams feeds Teton high off the glass. No good. Coming through is Williams. Can't get the putback. Another rebound shot. No good. And I think Teton will commit a frustration foul.
Got to use that left hand when you're on the left side. Basic basketball fundamentals right there.
Well, this has been a relatively clean game. Only 7 fouls between the two teams. 12 seconds remaining until intermission. Hadley will leave it. Now to get it back, they're going to have to move. Now we're at 6. Want to go to the weak side. That's Shapiro. Now another crosser to Hadley, and they just can't get the shot off. Great Miller Grove defense. So we're at the end of our first half of action. It's Miller Grove 32, Pace Academy 8. We'll be right back after this about 8-minute timeout here on the Sports Utility Vehicles coverage of the Holiday Hoopsgiving Tournament here at Holy Innocents Episcopal School. Second half about ready to start. John Morgo, Sylvester Williams courtside here at the Holy Innocents Episcopal School main gym. It's 32-8 favor of Miller Grove. They're not having any problems with Pace Academy. They're shooting 14 of 35 from the game, 1 of 4 from the line. Pace Academy 4 of 22 from the game, 0 of 2 from the line. They switch sides. So Miller Grove will go from right to left across your monitor. They have the honor of the first possession on the alternating possession, but 5-second call violation, and it'll go to Pace.
Now, that's one thing about these tournaments and classic ball. Normally during the regular season, the ref will, give you a few seconds or whatever for you to come out of that halftime or that timeout huddle. But now everything is on such a set pace. You have no time to play. The refs are serious.
There they are, and Pace Academy gets the ball back. Start the second half. Here's Hadley. Hadley with 4 points. She's got half the total for Pace Academy. O'Connell and Ross with a pair of buckets. Back out to Moreland. Hadley, again, Pace looking at a Miller Grove 1-3-1 zone. They're forcing them way out. O'Connell can't do anything with it. He's got to get to Zhang. There's Ross. Ross back out to Zhang. Trying to make a steal is Amani Richardson, who has 3 points. Moreland from 3, it's short. Now Miller Grove going to run. Zetchko runs on the board, no good. O'Connell gets one of her few rebounds. Here's Moreland. Pace down by 24 points. Jumping in the lane, that's a steal for Neal. Neal feeds Williams. She'll put it up from 12. Good.
Got the roll.
Takesha Williams with a dozen. And it's 34-8. They're going to go to Hadley now. Hadley gets it to O'Connell. Back out to Moreland. Now Miller Grove went to a 3-2, and Moreland drains it from outside.
There you go. They finally hit one from long range.
And Miller Grove wants a timeout to talk it over. With 6:35 remaining in the third quarter, it's a 30-second. We'll keep it here.
Hopefully that 3-point shot is starting to go down for Pacers Academy because they've definitely launched enough to start this game out. Now they just got to get something to drop.
Yeah, that was their first made three-pointer, and I believe they took 11 shots to get it. So 34-11, 6:35 to go. And what Pace Academy is trying to avoid right now is being mercy ruled in the fourth quarter. If it's 30 points or more, the final frame is 6 minutes. So, so they're trying to get that avoided.
Okay. Wasn't quite sure of the mercy rule for basketball. I do just remember the running clock for football.
Now here's Ezechku to Richardson, launches a rainbow, no good. Now it's Pace's turn to run. Good for Lauren Hadley. She's got 6. And it's 34-13. Going inside, they feed Ezechku. That could have been a foul on O'Connell. Instead of violation on Miller Grove. Oh, timeout. I'm sorry. Timeout for Miller Grove. Another 30. Love doesn't like what she's seeing in the early going as Pace Academy comes out strong.
But one thing I do like, that's the sign of a good coach. A good coach is always coaching, no matter what the situation is going on. She has a team, they're up by 30. She could very easily just sit down on the bench and call it a day. And I'm pretty sure her team wouldn't have much problems for the rest of the evening. But a good coach, that's the difference between a good coach and a not good coach. A good coach is always teaching and always informing and helping her kids out.
30-second timeout over. Another possession-saving timeout. And Miller Grove will inbound, all in black with the purple numbers and the white trim. They almost got another 5-second call. They're able to get it up to Keisha Williams, who leads all scorers with 12. Richardson. Pace using a man, and that'll be the second foul on O'Connell, sending Ezechku to the line. She's the first player with multiple fouls in this ball game. Miller Grove 1 of 4 from the line. Again, this has been a very clean ball game. We've only had 6 foul shots and only 1 made. Now we have had 2 made. That's 8 for Zetchku. Next one is up, and that's good as well. So she is 3 of 4 from the line.
That's a nice stroke from the line, too. She knocked that down, nothing but the bottom of the net.
And no iron, no backboard, nothing, just a great form will give you good results every time. O'Connell to Hadley, into the corner, looking for Moreland. She'll launch another one, but that was an air ball. Such a rhythm shot, the three-pointer. And there's Neal shuffling her feet, trying to feed the inside. Trying to go from her right hand and across her body to her left and then get it across. .534 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 23-point lead for the Miller Grove Wolverines, 36-13. This is playing keep away, Ross and Hadley. They can't get anything in. Now they're going to a 2-1-2. Almost a box and one. O'Connell. They don't want O'Connell that far out. I mean, they're just playing keep away. Back to O'Connell. It's a 3-person keep away right now. And it's a 5-second foul on Zetchku, her first. Might have been a little frustration foul as Pace Academy just kept playing with the ball in the backcourt. Here's Ross. We'll back it up. They're not going to do that offense again. O'Connell was all alone. They wanted to feed her. She was able to get it and put it down.
Nice jumper there from the free throw line.
That's what they wanted. O'Connell had a little bit of a problem getting it up, but she was able to get it up in time. 36-15 now. 4:46 to go in our third quarter.
You like that out of your big man if they can come to the free throw line and hit that nice free throw jumper. That kind of takes a lot out of that zone defense if you have a big man who can hit that shot.
Zetchku, second chance that, but O'Connell blocks her second chance and fouls. That's going to be 3 on Olivia O'Connell. Going to the line is Zetchku. And they're going to have to take out their big rebounder. And that's a miss for Crystal Zetchku. Coming in is going to be Zoe Weitzner. So this is going to be a very small, quick lineup for Pace Academy. And Miller Grove, who has had enjoyed rebounding success, should feast on this one. That's good. Crystal's in double figures with 10. 37-15, 4:35 remaining.
She gets both names in the paper tomorrow. Not quite sure how they're doing in Atlanta, but back home and in the state paper.
Rainbow. Hadley couldn't hit the three. Running. Neal puts it up. Good.
Yeah, back home in the state paper, if you had 8 points or nine or less, you just got your last name in the box score. But once you get double digits, you got your whole name in the paper.
Now here's Jang trying to feed inside. This is Ross who's going to take over the rebounding with O'Connell on the bench. She'll hit that one with the runner. She's got 4 points. 39-17. Lobbing it into Zetchku. Too strong off the back iron, but she gets her own rebounding good. And that's what I spoke about it when O'Connell went off the bench. Miller Grove now with that height advantage down low. Zetchku with a dozen. Here comes Ross driving. Good.
Ross is real aggressive down there. I think that's what they may have been missing, Ross, right there at that free throw line.
And Renee Breedlove wants a timeout. Don't blame her on that one. It'll be a full. I think she's out of 30s. We have 3:34 on the clock. A 41-19 lead for the Miller Grove Wolverines. And I think what annoyed Coach Breedlove was the way when Ross got the ball in the paint, they didn't collapse on her.
Yes. And that's one thing when you have that zone defense, and the fact that Pacers Academy has shown that they can hit the outside shot. You're supposed to collapse on that post player when they catch it around the free throw line. And that's the one thing about the zone. Teams have to shoot you out of a zone. They have to shoot you out of a zone, and Pacers Academy has showed that they can't shoot Miller Grove out of that zone. So that should have been easy money for the Miller Grove defense.
41-19. Looking over the scoring, Hadley and Ross with 6 for Pace Academy. O'Connell's got 4, Moreland with 3. Now this is nice passing. That's strong off the iron. Gets the rebound, and somebody got some hands up. It'll be Julia Ross, her second. And going to the line will be Alexia Strong. First shot off the front edge. One more forthcoming. That's good. Gives her a nickel. 42-19. See if Pace Academy can move around. They're trying to space out the Miller Grove defense. That is a very big box and one that the Wolverines are employing. Hadley. Now Pace is just playing slow down. Almost a Princeton-style offense. Trying to put the arena to sleep. Here's Zhang. Yeah, they're just going back and forth. Oh, getting a tip on it was Neal. Couldn't get the force the turnover. Pace will try to do something in transition. Let's see if they settle into that Princeton offense. They got to wait for the trailer. Hadley, she comes, and now we're going to go back to this. I can tell you that at halftime over at Athens, 7-7, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Ross with the runner, rims out. Foul against number 30, that's Kiana Muse. Her first, and Ross will go to the line. Pace 0 for 2 from the line this ball game.
That's one thing about that. The game started at 12. They're already at halftime with no problem. You got that Georgia Tech offense. They're constantly running the ball. And the way Georgia with Chubb now likes to run, this game might be over by 3 o'clock.
Second shot is good for Julia Ross. That's the first foul shot made for Pace Academy. Ross with 7. 42-20 now. Now Pace is going to play a little defense. 2:13 on the clock. Here's Williams. Neal in the corner. Swinging it inside. That's Muse one-hander over the basket. And Hadley comes down with it. Into the corner. Taking a rainbow is Weitzner, and airballs that one. Richardson to the backside, strong. She hopped. But they're going to get Zhang for contact. No, she did hop out of bounds. Back to Pace with 1:47 remaining. Pace has stayed pretty much with Miller Grove. They've actually won this quarter 12-10. Good job by Hadley to collect it before she can be forced into a half-court violation, but forcing her one is Wendy Chenille.
There's great defensive awareness by Miller Grove to realize it was a bad pass and just to close off on that trap and force her to the backcourt turnover. Gotta love a hungry, aggressive defense like Miller Grove has.
Here's Weitzner with it. I'm sorry, that's Taylor Teton. 1:25 remaining in the third quarter.
Ooh.
That's a walk. That wasn't a walk, it was more of a stumble, but the officials are going to call that. Back to Pace. Molly Shapiro, that shot, she traveled before taking that shot.
Shuffling those feet,
And a couple of unforced turnovers on both teams. Teton with it.
Ooh, good crossover.
Bounce pass, then the extra pass, and this should be a foul on O'Connell, who's back in the ball game. That's going to be 4 on Olivia O'Connell, 3 this quarter. Kind of a risk for Brian Jones, putting her back in the ball game with 3 fouls. Back to Miller Grove. Now it looks like Pace is employing a man. That is Ross push goes for White's 42. Pace has owned this third quarter, but they got 8 more minutes after this. Another almost steal by Weitzner. I'm sorry, that was nice runner there. That was Teton.
The bank was open.
Now Shapiro who almost got the steal. 44-22. Blocked. Weitzner with the block. Simmons with the block, but they'll get her for the foul. And Weitzner is going to go to the line.
That was a close one on that one, but if we were on the playground, we would have said the hands connected to the ball.
Exactly. First shot for Weitzner is no good. I believe she'll be shooting 3. Yep, she's got 2 more. Pace having their trouble from the line. They're 1 of 5. Second shot, that's short. 1 more. Moreland will come in, and O'Connell will sit down with 4 personals. And here's the last one. Up and that's good. Zoe Weitzner with 3 points, 44-23, 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Swinging, that's Kiana moves off the left edge, and she got her own rebound, good. And once again, Miller Grove has doubled. Trying to answer that is Shapiro. Nope. And there's your quarter. We're done with 3. After 3, it's Miller Grove 46, Pace Academy 23. We'll have the final frame after this on the SUV's coverage of the Holiday Hoopsgiving Tournament here from Miller Grove, here from Holy Innocents High School. Final quarter, 46-23, 23-point deficit for Pace Academy to try to climb out of. Those teams played pretty even in their third frame. But the Princeton offense is being worked out here. Weitzner into the left side. And they're just going to play perimeter and maybe get Miller Grove so frustrated they commit a stupid foul. Long ranger for Hadley's no good. Now Neal to a trailer to spin around the lane. Good. Sarah Blissett. She's got 4.
Nice shot.
Pace with the numbers. Weitzner, right side. No good on the air ball. And it'll belong to Pace.
Looked like her foot was on the line trying to get that break started. Stepped out just a bit too far.
Put out to Hadley. Thought about it. Moreland will take it. High off the iron. And Muse with the rebound. Good swipe and steal by Hadley. 6:56 remaining. Shapiro on the back post. No good.
Oh. Put it on the side. Got a little carry on the play.
Yeah, a little carry there. And we'll go back to Pace. 48-23. Right after this one, we're going to have the Pace Academy boys team taking on Wasatch Academy from Mount Pleasant, Utah. And then it'll be Holy Innocents girls against that team you mentioned, Sylvester, Lower Richland, the Diamond Hornets from South Carolina.
Hopefully that the team, Wasatch, the team from Utah, I hope they took the plane. I hope they didn't catch the bus out here.
Be a long bus ride. Here's Weitzner to Hadley. They keep walking around the perimeter. Keep going back and forth on that. Yeah, Pace Academy just content to try and get Miller Grove into the check. Yeah, it's a good pump fake, but coming back is Blissett, and that's going to be a foul. Nailing number 4 Hadley, and she'll go to the line. So Hadley goes with 2 shots. That is only missed her first.
At the front of the rim, have to bend those knees, get it up a little higher.
7th team foul in the ball game against Miller Grove. Makes her second, so she's got 7 points.
I guess she heard me up here.
48-24. With 6 minutes remaining here in this contest.
Oh, yep, that'll be offensive.
Yeah, that's going to go against Blissett, so that's 2 on her in just a few moments.
Stuck that elbow out there to try to clear some room.
And coming into the ball game is Zetchku, and Blissett will come out with the 2 fouls. Checking over some scores, Ohio State 20, Michigan 14 in the third quarter of that football game. Jeff Benedict monitoring the Clemson, South Carolina game. Tigers on top 21-10 with 14:33 left in the third, just come out of halftime.
I'm a USC grad. I've ignored all comments from Jeff that he's been sending over this way so far.
That foul will go against Fulton, her second. That's the 5th team foul in the half. Launching another one is Hadley. That's good. Lauren Hadley with 10.
Oh, Big Jeff, he's a Tiger through and through.
Yeah, very big Clemson fan.
Everybody makes mistakes, John.
Alicia Martin with a basket, her first 2 points, back up to 50-27. Hadley, I had a feeling Jeff wouldn't be here today. I had a feeling he'd be glued to the set over at 92-9 the game. Moreland with it. To Hadley on the right. Again, this is the Princeton offense. Gets through 2 people. Not sure how she did that. Found a seam. Makes the basket. 50-29. Here's Muse. They'll kick it around for Fulton. Backing it out. Martin. That shot was blocked. Good jump by Ross on the shot by Muse. And it's going to go back to Pace. Trying to find Ross. And we have a 30-second timeout by Pace Academy.
That's a good job by the coach. I think his team was under a little bit of duress right there, so he wanted to call time and let's free some things up and see what we have going on over here.
50-29, 29 left here in the ball game. Again, Miller Grove looking for their first win of the season, and Pace Academy 1-2. Other scores: Georgia 14, Georgia Tech 7 in the third quarter. They're at the half at Louisville, 21-20. Cardinals against Kentucky. There was a little bit of a shoving match before that game between some of the assistant coaches, and I think some of the coaches got involved in that one. And finally, Utah losing to Colorado 14-10 with 13:06 left in the second.
It's rivalry week. Anything can happen.
Out of bounds, it'll go back to Miller Grove. So they called the timeout to try and collect the team, and Pace Academy immediately turns it over. Williams only has 2 points this half, but she's got 12 for the game. Going inside, dribbling off her shoe is Zechgru. Back to Pace. Hadley with it, and Hadley couldn't control. Well, he got tipped out.
No, I think they're going to call it off her foot.
Yeah, she did tip it out.
A lot of rivalries going on today. You got the Egg Bowl, good old-fashioned hate, Iron Bowl.
A lot happening here today. Williams with the drive, no. Stumbling is Weitzner, but she's able to get it to Hadley. And Hadley got a touch foul on from Fulton. That's 3 on Jasmine Fulton. And that should be a 1-1 situation.
You know, Pace's Academy has just looked like a completely different team this second half. The first half, they were a bit uncoordinated. They weren't together. But the second half, you know, they came out and just done 10 times better than what they did that first half.
Now they've been holding their own as Hadley makes the front end of the 1-1. She's got 13 points. Now she'll have one more. And can't hit that one. Back to Miller Grove with 3:40 remaining. 50-30. You know, they just got in a hole in that first half. Just couldn't climb out of it. Offensive foul on Ashley Simmons. Actually, I think she just camped out in the lane, so it's going to be back to Pace. Pace down by 20 with 3:30 remaining.
Long three.
Yeah, long one by Hadley, no good. Lobbing it inside, going for strong. Nope, too high off the glass. Able to keep it alive. It goes to Thompson. Feeding it to Fulton, no. Another rebound. Again, the rebounding. Very much in Miller Grove's favor, especially with Olivia O'Connell on the bench with 4. So back to Miller Grove. 2:55 to go. Thompson with it. And almost a steal for Hadley. But she did just nicked her going out of bounds. And Pace will keep it. O'Connell's going to come back in. And she's got the 4 personals, and Molly Shapiro will come on out. Mill Grove already victim of one 5-second call to get it in, but trying to go through the double team is Williams. Good steal for Pace, lobbing it for Hadley, trying to get a room, reverse layup. Not enough English. However, she did get contact. She'll go to the line. Kind of saw her through an elbow, trying to get room. But Deja Thompson will pick up the personal.
And you know, Pace's Academy has stepped up the defense. They've stepped up the pressure. And it's paying off. You know, they're gnawing into this lead. Might be a little bit too late, but they're still going full blast all the way to the end.
50-30 as Lauren Hadley misses her first. Second one, high off the glass, no. She has 13 points, but in this quarter, she's 3 of 7 from the line. Or 2 of 6. On the double team, this is number 12, Thompson. Thompson playing with some glasses on. I don't think those are goggles. They look like more glasses. Go, nice anticipation by Hadley. She's got an all-alone open look. Good.
Nice lane.
Lauren Hadley with 15. 50-32 at the 2-minute mark. Going inside, trying to feed. They go immediately inside. They want to get 5 on Olivia O'Connell. Strong can't hit with Miller Grove. Quick inbound for the Wolverines. And we'll have Wasatch against Pace Academy boys. It's coming up at approximately 2:30.
Travel.
Travel on Thompson.
Yeah, moving that pivot foot, you gotta lock that thing down.
And we'll call it most of the time. Timeout on the court for Pace Academy. 137 remaining in a 50-32 game. Looking ahead, again, we've got 5 games tonight. Doubleheader featuring Pace Academy, then a doubleheader featuring the home team, the Holy Episcopal Golden Bears. So hope you can stay with us here from Sandy Springs and Holy Innocents Episcopal School on the sports utility vehicle. John Morgo, thank you very much, and Sylvester Williams, thank you very much for joining us here as we bring you the best in high school invitational action all across the SUV, all across the network. Again, we're over in Mississippi for the Lighthouse tournament. Crews dispatched everywhere, bringing you the best that we can that's out there.
It is that time of year. So many great tournaments going on, so many all-star players, all-star programs.
That is a 3 from Moreland. Weitzner comes down with it. They got to loop it out. Hadley will take a 3 ball. That's no good as well. Another rebound, but it was ripped out by Strong. And Strong will back it up. Into the corner for Teton. She'll put it up. That's no good. Off of O'Connell, and it'll go back to Pace. 50-32. Now it looks like both teams. Well, Sydney Zhang's going to come in from Moreland. Alicia Martin will be in, and she will take out Teton. So here's Ross on the inbound, gets to Moreland. I'm sorry, to Hadley. We're at a minute. Weitzner with it. On a double out to Ross. Here's Zhang. Ross with 6 points. Weitzner with another rainbow. No good. Pace just can't hit the 3 balls. I think they've only hit 2 today, but they've attempted so many I can't even count them all.
Yeah, they're not gun shy at all.
Driving. No good, but a good rebound by Strong. That's 8 for Strong. Now we're under 22 seconds left. A lot of players for Miller Grove got into the scorebook. There's going to be another one for Fulton. She was not in the scorebook, but now she is with that runner. 54-32 with 5 seconds remaining. I think every player got a bucket, all 12 of them. So a nice balanced scoring for the Miller Grove Wolverines, and there's your final. It's Miller Grove 54, Pace Academy 32. And let's go through them really quickly before we take our leave and get prepared for our next game. Wasatch Academy, Pace Academy for the Miller Grove Wolverines getting their first win of the year. Crystal Zechku and Takesha Williams had 12. Alexia Strong had 8. Wendija Thompson with 4. Sarah Bussett with 4. Monty Richardson with 3. And the following players had 2. Taylor Teton, Alicia Martin, Wanisha Neal, Jasmine Fulton, Ashley Simmons, Kiana Moose. For Pace Academy, only 5 players scored. They were led by Hadley. She had 15. Julia Ross with 7. Olivia O'Connell with 4. Zoe Weitzner, Samantha Moreland had 3 apiece. So that's going to do it for our first game. We'll have number 2, and they put 30 minutes on the clock. That was only going to be 15. Now that's unusual.
Well, we're going to see you back in 30,
Yeah, I guess we're going to see you at 30. So it's Wasatch Academy and Pace Academy in about 30 minutes here on Sports Utility Vehicles coverage of the Holiday Hoopsgiving 2014 Classic.
So register to win now. In the booth next to the concession stand, they'll also be doing free giveaways. So you have between now and 5 p.m.